How's it going, everybody? CityZilla here for another episode of City Skylines, and on the last episode we built out this lovely little stadium district. I haven't released the video yet, but I really like how it turned out. I think by putting in this little Ferris wheel and the shopping center in the middle, it really helped to kind of liven up the area. And so a couple things I want to get done on this episode is I want to work on this island, and I've been kind of toying around with some ideas. I think what we're going to do is involve the casino and then probably the driving range as well. They're two really big, unique buildings that you end up unlocking with the tourism and leisure, which you have to have a ton down. But we'll end up putting down some leisure and probably some hotels and stuff. And then I think we're going to end up even making a little beach. And then we did end up reaching our next unlock for this guy. And so we are going to be placing down some new college assets as well. And so let's go ahead and dive into that first. We do have a couple other things that we need to look at, like traffic and stuff, and so we'll probably address those after we're done with this. And so what I was thinking, we have the commencement hall, we have this University Academic Statue 1, we don't have the auditorium, the laboratories, or the bookstore, and the laboratories is pretty big, and so I was thinking that this spot right here would actually be really good. It's right down the middle, it's not too cramped, and then it does kind of line up with this whole building. It does mess up our view, but I think this building already kind of does. But I think it looks really good right here, especially with the commencement hall kind of behind it, and then with us having future plans of developing this back area, I think it's a really good spot for it. And then, so the auditorium, what I was thinking is putting this up front where we had moved the little club. I think it would just make sense right here. An auditorium would be where maybe they did like a public gatherings for some kind, or maybe assemblies. I'm not sure exactly what they would all hold in there, but anytime that they needed to get the college together, or I mean, honestly, probably lectures as well, but I'm not entirely sure what kind of auditorium that would be. But I think it would make sense right here across from the administration building. And then all we're left with is the bookstores. And so the bookstores, we could, or the bookstore, I wanted to put it kind of in the city somewhere, but we're already kind of leveling up a little bit, and I don't want to just demolish a bunch of stuff. We actually do have this space right here, which I guess we could put it right there. Let's go ahead and see about putting it. Let's see if that gets on the, you know what? Let's see if we can just shift it over a smidge. Yeah, you know what? I liked it. I think that's good. It opens up those parking spaces, and then this side doesn't really encroach on the parking or on the sidewalk too much. It does for the actual square, but in real life, this could be something that could be managed. You would have little driveway entrances or something somewhere. It's funny. It doesn't really have any. It has some for this side, but I think it looks cool. The campus bookstore, this thing is pretty huge. But it's definitely needed for the university. And so let's see how close we are to our next unlock. So we still got a little ways. 1749 campus attractiveness. So we need to bump that up, and we need to bump up our students. And then after that, we just need to wait for the academic works, which does end up taking quite a while. And so I think for the student housing, or the students, what we can do is just pop down a couple more dormitories. So we have some in here. I think it would be really cool to get some of these kind of in the neighborhoods. It does end up demolishing some stuff, but you know what? We could put them down here. I was kind of hoping to put something else right here, but I think these would actually look pretty good if we... Let's see if we do that right there. And then that right there. Let's just see how... You know what? I think it looks good, and then let's just go ahead and put down some trees around it. I think this would be a good location for some nice trees. Let's see. It's a little small. No palm trees. Yeah, I'll put some of these autumn trees down. We've used quite a few of these, but we haven't used them all over, and so I think this would be good. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks pretty good. And then we're just going to put them on the other side too. I think we will end up connecting up this path to that. I think that would make sense. And so let's go to our university's path. Let's see about putting this guy right here. And then I think we will probably attach this guy. Maybe we'll put this in the middle, because then we can do some more trees. I think that would look nice. And we'll probably stick to that same theme. Hey, you know what? I think that looks pretty good. And then I think we'll even leave these ones empty. I don't think we need this power line here anymore. No, we don't. But I think we'll leave those ones empty for maybe some studying. Let's see if we can actually put just like 1 or 2 big trees under here. Because I think, you know, a lot of times with college campuses you do have big grassy lawns. And then just like 1 or 2 really big trees so that maybe some students could go and study underneath them or something. Just kind of hang out in the grass and have a good time. Do some relaxation. And you know what I think? I think that looks pretty good. Nothing too complicated. We didn't really do any foliage, so our fire risk should still be pretty low, but you never know with this game. And then I think those dormitories kind of clean up this area, and so I honestly like how it came out. I wasn't planning on doing the dormitories, but I think it ends up working with what we're trying to do. And then we do still have these 2 spots. I think we still have, 3 more. So Media Lab, the Chess Club, and the Academic Statue too. And so we're going to go ahead and leave those empty for right now. Just because, same with those, we know that we are still going to need some room. And that's why I'm not really landscaping a ton of these at the moment. Maybe around this statue I could see us doing something here. I think we're gonna go with these liquid amber ones. I like these trees. These are the original ones that we have spread out all throughout the city. Maybe it's like one landscaper that decided to just kind of go crazy with these. But I think they look good, and that's why I continue to use them. We are gonna put some foliage on these ones. Just because there's a statue in the middle, it would look nice to have it a little cleaned up. Hey, you know what? I think that looks good. It's not overly complicated. We did put the foliage down, and so now if somebody did want to come over here and reflect, it'd be kind of a really nice area. And then I think we'll end up leaving some of these empty because I want to still do some paths. I see we have a path around this guy that we haven't upgraded. We would still want to maybe build out some more paths. And so I think for right now, we're going to go ahead and leave all this empty in hopes of us reaching that. Oh, man, we are literally right there. You know what? We need to plop down just a couple more. It's kind of funny. The campus attractiveness is funny. You gotta be at that. I think each building has a certain level of attractiveness, and that's so we have the fountain, we have the academic statue, we have one of the you know what, let's do one more of these fountains. Maybe we'll do right here. I hate using the space, but I think maybe we'll do 2 of the statues on either side of this, and I think it's gonna end up looking really good. We already have so many of these little statues, but we have a park right there. I feel like these 2 are probably too close. Because I like them, but it would be kind of weird having the same fountain everywhere. But let's see if that bumped us up over the attract. I mean, we're close, but we're still not there. Alright, I mean, we can... I don't really... I like the symmetry of them, but I think what we'll do is maybe get rid of this guy. Because I like the symmetry of these 2 a little better than I like that one over there. And so I think we will go to these red ones. And let's just see about putting in a couple of these. Nothing too crazy. Just make it a nice area. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks pretty good. I think we'll even put some on this side as well. Kind of wish this one was a little more centered. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks good, and then we'll just have to figure out something to do with that space. And I know we probably just drop down our attractiveness a little more, and so let's go ahead and check it out. Yeah, 1735 out of 1800. And so what we can do, since this is such a big campus, we can start laying down some doubles for some of these, kind of like how we placed a bunch of the dormitories. And so a couple of them, like the study hall, we have one right there, so maybe let's try to put one over here. Maybe we could even, I hate demolishing stuff, but I think it would be good to have some in the neighborhoods over here, because these would be more like your residential areas, and so it would be nice to have some of these buildings over here. Let's just look and see how that is. We can always come back and demolish it. You know what? I think that looks pretty good, and it's right behind the shopping too, and so what it would do is provide some access for students working or living in this area, and so they wouldn't have to maybe go as far to the study hall since it's on the other side. And then we could even look at, we have, so the groundskeeping, gymnasium. We could do another cafeteria as well. So we have one cafeteria right there. Maybe we could fit just one of these cafeterias in this little shopping center right here. I could see that being something. And so let's look at that right there. You know what? I feel like we could put, I feel like having that a little closer would probably be better, and I was honestly thinking over here. Got a little turned up though, so let's move it. Yeah, I think right there would be good, because then now there's two cafeterias and they're on either side, and we ended up demolishing these poor offices, which is okay, but we do break the path a little bit, but I think it's okay. I think for this purpose it would be seen as necessary. And now there would be two cafeterias for the school, and they're on opposite ends, and so now it would just provide a little more access for people over here. Maybe they're going to the laboratories and they wanted to grab something to eat. Instead of them having to walk all the way down, they could just come right there, and so I think that's good. And then so we pass the attractiveness and we pass the students, which is great. We just need the academic works now, which is fantastic. So 72% academic work chance, which is pretty good. So that's just a waiting game. I think the campus looks pretty good so far. And I really like, I was originally thinking we would have more of the campus buildings in the neighborhoods. We really don't have too much. It's kind of centralized around this middle center. But I think it came out good. I like that we did the School of Law right there. It does kind of break up the symmetry a little bit. But I think now having these two fountains really cleans it up, and I think this whole area looks good. And then what I'm hoping is that we'll unlock something in there. Maybe we'll do the whatever club we unlock next. I think it said we unlocked another club. No, we unlocked another statue too. So we unlocked the chess club, and we unlocked the academic statue too. And so we'll probably end up putting the other statue there. But I think this looks really good next to the library. And so what I was thinking for this little island is, first off, removing the trees. You know what? And then what we'll do, we'll come in here and we just want to shift these. We don't want to get rid of them. This is, you know, part of Zillawood's history, but it's like an abandoned house with a little, it looks like a burned down house. It had a patio. Maybe that was like somebody who once lived in the middle of nowhere, but now the city kind of sprouted up around them. I'm just going to get rid of these rocks because we're just going to bury them anyways. And then what I want to do is drop the level down to about water height. And the reason I want to do that is because we're going to create a little bit of a beach. This would kind of be like a little bit of kind of like a party island, I guess, or maybe like spring break area. And so, especially with the casino, we're going to get a lot of tourists over here. And so I really wanted to create like a nice area that was also kind of connected to the school. And I've been toying around with this idea for a little while. I've built it a couple times, and there's really, because it's such a small space, it's hard to get it to look perfect. And so I think what we're going to do is just primarily focus on the casino area. Yeah, there you go. I think that looks pretty good. And then let's just come in here, and we're not going to do, you know, we'll do sand after, because I do want to put down some sand, and we'll imagine that maybe the city invested probably millions of dollars to get sand imported from, I don't know, the California coast or something. Just really pretty. And so what I'm thinking, maybe we'll come in here and paint our area first. And so I want it to be kind of in the middle. So what I was thinking is something like that. And then, so we'll come up 2 again. And we'll go like that. You know what? I think it's pretty centered. I do want to just shift it a little bit though. It's funny, it like picked up all those rocks. I'm just gonna use the move it mod. I know it's kind of cheating, but it serves our purpose. And so for the casino, what I was thinking was put it in the middle. I think it looks really cool. And then for the driving range, I was kind of having a hard time with it. But I think what we'll do is maybe connect it to another bigger road in the middle. Have it come up literally just a smidge. Maybe 2. Yeah, there you go. And then we will do a small little roundabout, like a oval about. And then we can just attach the driving range to that. I know this is a little off, but I want to try to create some space over here. And then what I'm thinking for this road is we want it to connect up here. And then we would want it to come off from this road. So come down. And then I want to use one of the bridges and piers bridges because I think they look really good and we haven't used any of them. And so I think this is a good opportunity. I think right there, and then we will just curve this guy in. Yeah, a little bit further. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks good. It's a nice little turn, and then it ends up in this nice 4-lane avenue. I like these bridges too. I think this looks really cool. I think having the stone kind of on this bank isn't ideal, but I don't think there's really too much we can do. And so what I'm thinking, we want to leave a bunch of room for some of the beach assets. We haven't done any of those. The unique, I think it's actually in the parks under the tourism and leisure tab. I would like to place down all of these if I can, and then possibly even a couple of the volleyballs. I don't know if we'll do the riding stables, as this I believe would be kind of a weird area for it, but I think all the piers would just be really cool. And so we could imagine that maybe even somebody's doing a little vacation here. But I was kind of thinking with the college being so close, this would just be an area where the kids would come in, where the people would come and hang out, and just kind of have a good time. And so I want to do something. Maybe we'll come up here, and then we could do a roundabout. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks pretty cool. It's kind of funny. I literally just thought of that. I had done a roundabout prior, but I didn't set it up to be like that. And so we'll have this like this, and then what we could do, you know what? I kind of want to curve this up a little more so we can tuck it in the back. I honestly don't know if this is going to be big enough. It'd be kind of a weird little driving range, like right into the water, but it'd be cool. I mean, I would go to it. A little driving range on an island like that. I think it would look interesting. And so I like the 2 little roundabouts. I think what we could do, and this is, you know, again, was not my original plan, but I think it's gonna look cool. And I like how the roundabouts look in little tourist areas. I think maybe this one will even shift a little further up. Maybe like right there. Let's see how that works. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks interesting. Yeah, and then it provides a little bit of zoning. We don't want to go too crazy on here, but we do want to provide a little bit of access. And then what I'm going to do is turn that into a roundabout. And these ones I don't know, since we have the one connection, if it's really going to matter. but we'll see. Let's just see how this looks. We might come back and delete this because I was hoping for something a little more pleasing to look at, but I think for this guy we will create a little bit of an entrance. Yeah, there you go. And of course it's just a little bit to the side. And there we go. And then let's come in here and see if our driving, yeah, it does. This would definitely be a really cool driving range to go and see, like driving range on the water. I mean, you could probably even get rid of the fences and just drive right into the water. I think that would be pretty cool. And so I do want to create a hotel area. Maybe we'll put the hotels on the inside. I think these two roundabouts make sense, but I think these ones we could better utilize the space. I mean, I think these ones can look good because they are kind of slanted in a similar direction. And so maybe we'll keep that just because it's going to provide a little bit more access. And then I think we will call that done. And what I wanted to do was come in here and we're just going to paint the rest sand. I think it looks really cool. Kind of leaves the little middle section green. And so it gives us just a touch of contrast. It is hard to get this guy perfect though, so... Yeah, you know what? We'll say that they left this all green for the thing, but I like the contrast that this gives in here. I kind of wish you could get it perfect, but the sand I think works in chunks, and so you know, we got a lot of that though. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks pretty cool. And then we will come in here, and so what I'm thinking, we'll probably just do this whole intersection as the hotels. And then we'll do the bars and stuff on the outside. I think that would be good. And then let's come into our paint park tool. And we're just going to paint the whole island. We're just going to go crazy. Yeah, look at that. Bam. Perfect. And then, so we'll have, oh, we got to come in here and select these. So we'll do tourism in this guy, and then leisure in this guy. And we don't want to go too crazy on this. I think for the hotels, we will just do that, and then probably just on this side. Kind of wish that had zoned all that the same. So maybe we will go like that. And why is this not working? Alright. Maybe we can put in a path. Let's see. I think a lot of times we can... I could go into zoning adjuster, but I don't think I have installed at the moment. So I think what we'll do is we will keep those empty and we'll create that into like a little grand entrance. It'll look pretty nice. And then we'll fill these in. And I think because we missed out on that other side, we will end up doing this. Yeah, you know what? I think that's smart. And then we'll just delete these guys. We'll actually do 2. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll create a little entrance right here since it's kind of the casino area. Maybe we'll even do some parking But then for the outside, what I wanted to do was just kind of spread them out. I don't want a ton. I don't want them to fill up the whole beach. I just want kind of a boardwalk vibe where there's some bars and restaurants, but it's not entirely filled. And so you know what? I think that's going to come in pretty well. And then we'll probably just leave this side empty. But I guess, you know what? Maybe we could just actually zone these ones in. Yeah, I think that would make sense. Don't really want them on this guy though. I think we will keep the roundabout clear. We'll just go like that. Yeah, there you go. And then I'm just going to paint it. And so let's go ahead and unpause it so we can start getting some growth in here. But then I want to... I think we'll use this small one because I really don't want... Maybe we'll go like that. And maybe we'll follow that same guy down. I think it was this one right there. And then we'll come up here. Let's see where zoning is. Alright, so right in the middle. 5 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go like that, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. And then let's go like right. Maybe we'll come over here. Go like right there. Right there. And then let's go here as well. Is that 3 over? Yeah, you know what? I think that's good. And I think we went a little overboard, but it's better to have a little too much than not enough. And so let's come into our paths and let's try to find something that, I think it's the amusement park path. It's paved. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks good. We could even come into our pedestrian roadways. Let's actually look at that, because I think this boardwalk would look the best. Yeah, you know what? I think that does look the best. I think that looks okay. I kind of wish it was just a little cleaner. I think we will come in here and delete these guys. I think what we're going to do is put these on the opposite side, because I don't think it looks that great on that side. So what was that? 3 over? Yeah, I think this is just going to look a little better. It's kind of weird doing with the pedestrian roads, but yeah, you know what? I think that looks a little better. The symmetry of it isn't perfect, but I think we can handle it. You know what? I think that looks better right there, and then I think that looks okay. I mean, the goal is to just provide some walking paths, and with such a limited space, it would be hard to get it perfect, and so maybe we'll actually delete this side. I just don't think they can walk on the sand. That's the only thing I'm worried about. It's been a while since I've done this, and I can't remember if they can. Let's see, though. Yeah, so it needs road access. Alright, so that's got road access. And let's see about the rest of them. So let's put that guy there. Jet ski rentals, which would be super important. marina where they have a little restaurant, which would be nice. Oh, here's another little restaurant. I thought the marina was that. But then for these ones, I would like to have them. So we'll probably do 2 volleyballs. And then we'll probably just do 1 little skate park. I think that would be cool. Yeah, I like this. I kind of don't like that it outstretched itself. And I think because that's rock, I actually can't paint that. But I think that looks good. I think maybe if we shift these over. So I'll put that there. Put that there. Don't like these right next to each other. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks pretty good. They're a little bit spaced out, and we didn't really do anything on this side. I think because of that, we're just going to come in here and delete the path on this side. Yeah, I think that would make sense. And you know what? Because, we'll keep that one there. But then we could actually come in here and do some other park assets as well. Maybe we'll do Park Pier 2. I guess I'd forgotten that there was a pier. Park Pier. Just a little baby pier, but it's got like some sitting in it. You know what? I think that looks good. I think they're a little weirdly spaced, but I think because we're working with this coastline, it's gonna stay a little weird like that. And so what we'll do is come in, and I just want to do some palm trees. And so this whole area would be kind of probably built by the casino, but it'll be kind of decorated. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I like having it over here, and then I kind of like that it's more sporadic on the actual coast. So they'd be kind of like natural palm trees rather than ones that were strategically placed there. And this would be kind of like an open beach area where people could come and put their chairs down and do some sunbathing and stuff. And I think it would just be really nice. And then I do want to come in here, and we're going to put down some foliage, and we are going to go to town. And then we'll just keep these grass. It would be, a nice little area. And I do think connecting this up to our metro would be smart. Because we're just going to have this one road in. And so it would be smart if we could figure out a good spot, centralized. Maybe right over here. You know what? Let's see how this looks. And I'm just going to do the little standard underground. I'm kind of hoping to be able to incorporate this metro into it, but I think we're going to end up doing a big metro hub right here. And so having this guy turn that way would make it really hard to connect it to the metro hub, and I think this line being connected to it is going to be really important. That's why I decided that I think this is better, because we are going to have a metro line that runs this way, and so this kind of accomplishes that. And then what we'll do is we'll literally just connect it up to this guy. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, there we go. It's just because it needed to dip down. Should be a steep incline or steep decline, but. And then just connect this guy back up since we messed this up. Yeah, there you go. Good as new. And then we just need to connect up the line. Just drag this guy. And there we go. And so now, I mean, this would kind of be like a dedicated tourist lounge. And there we go. And so now if anybody was downtown and they wanted to either come to the zoo or to our little party island, they could. Kind of wish we had done something else with this. This space feels empty. I think maybe we will, but I think right now, I mean, we could put little hotels on there too. It's just this isn't connected to the actual. He wants to put some stuff in there. I don't. Let's see how it looks. It might be too much, and that's what I'm worried about because it doesn't have road access either, and so. I'm not sure. I don't think they can get onto this road. Even though this is technically a road, it's not connected to the road. It's just connected to these entrances. We'll see. Maybe. Just feels empty. But I like how the rest of it turned out. I think this looks pretty good. I like having the open beach areas. I wouldn't want to just fill in the entire area. I think having these open spaces is important. And then these ones will eventually fill in with zoning. It's just that we already have so much zoning that's going to take some time. Alright, so I let the game run for a little bit just to see what we would get to grow, and we still need some space, but I think it's just because of our demand. We're getting a little bit of commercial demand now, but because we already have so much. But I was kind of thinking about this area, and I really just want to fill it in with something. I don't want it to be empty. I think it just looks weird. And so I think what we're going to do is connect that up right there. Just because I would really prefer for it to look a little cleaner, and I think having that like that just looks kind of weird. And then we could even come in here and just do just some park assets. I think maybe we'll do the chess set. I think that would look cool, especially on the beach. It would be nice to have. Then we'll just do some restrooms. We'll do the little info booth. Let's do the info booth right there. We'll do some restrooms over here too. And then let's do the cafe. I think the cafe would look good. And I think that just helps to... I think this one's bad. Bad idea. Back up. We'll go like right there. We kind of flooded. We were about to flood that whole area. Good thing we caught the... But I think even, you know, the restroom right there is smart. And then I think this helped to clean up this area just a little bit more. I'm not entirely happy with how this turned out, but I think it looks good. I think the island overall is a really cool idea. I think it probably would have been smarter had we just actually terraformed the island into a shape we wanted to, but I was trying to stick to a more unterraformed theme, even though we did end up trucking in like mountains of sand. But that is something that cities have done in the past, and so something that people have done, all in the name of progress. Yeah, there you go. And then probably just do a couple more like right there. Just come down. Yeah, I like how the palm trees look. I think they look cool. And then we could even just line this guy. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks good. I don't want to overdo it, and I was going for a more natural look with the palm trees over here. So maybe we'll... Yeah, you know what? I think that makes it look a little cleaner with everything kind of covered. And then I think for the other side, we'll probably just leave that like that. I would like to have just some open beach area, and I think having it on that side looks good, even though we're still going to get some of these shops to come in. I think overall the island looks pretty cool, and then the centerpiece is of course the casino and then the driving range. And so let's go ahead and look at our tourism now and see. So 89%, I think that's what we were at, but we'll see. It's definitely, I would imagine it's probably tough to get to 100% if it's even possible. But let me know what you think of the new area. We still have 3 more academic works, which I believe was exactly what it was the last time I checked, but we're close. And then the campus attractiveness, we just need to plop something down, which, I mean, we could do that real quick. There's a space right here. Let's see if maybe we could just fit another dormitory, even though we don't need it. Nope. If we could fit this guy somewhere else, it'd be nice to have another outdoor study hall. Maybe we could fit 2 more dormitories over here. Because I could actually clean up this area a little bit. Let's see about putting one right there. Let's see how that looks, because I wasn't intending that to be like that, because now I think even the road may not continue on. Hey, you know what? I think that looks okay. Because then it provides us a little bit of an opportunity to just go like that. It does kind of mess up our shape a little bit, but because we were continuing it on. But we had already kind of done that. So let's see if that bumps it up more. It should, yeah, there you go, 1810. So let's see, if we lose a game, we probably end up losing that again, but we'll see. But let me know what you think of the new area. On the next episode, we are going to be building out this transportation hub, and I got a few really cool ideas. I think we're going to do like a sunken, where we're actually going to lower the ground down and then do some key walls and just make it look really good. And then we are also starting a new series. Yay, it's time. Our city is huge, and I know a lot of you have became subscribers since the city's already been kind of big, and so this is going to be a good opportunity to be able to at least watch from the beginning of a series, and so I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be cool. It looks like we are having some power issues, and so let's go ahead and drop this down real quick. Come over to our nice little area. We could we'll probably, let's put it over here. Yeah, you know what? I think that looks okay. We're not going to do anything else with this little inlay right here. We do need to do another waste processing complex, so I think maybe we'll do that on the next episode. I was thinking about putting something over here, possibly even right there. We have a couple empty spaces around the city, but our trash is getting to the point where it's falling into the yellow. Right now we're not running into issues, but we can here soon, and so it's definitely something to think about. But we do have some pretty spread out waste transfer facilities, and so we shouldn't have any problems. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next episode.